Hey, welcome to another video broadcast of Master Investors Company. Today's theme is going to be about what are assets and liabilities explained in simple terms. I'm also going to leave the link below of the blog that talks about this topic because it's essential that we understand to tell the difference between an asset and liability, right? Because at the end, it's all about increasing our asset column with cash flow and assets. So understanding the true definition of an asset is what makes the rich richer. So an asset, in simple terms, put money in our pocket whenever we're not working. Okay, and if we look at our financial statement, which I'm also going to leave the link below of a financial statement that you can download so that you can understand what a financial statement is and be able to fill it out with your information so that we know where we are financially today, so that we can increase our financial well-being by increasing our asset column, because it's all about increasing our asset column with cash flow and assets that create passive income. Here at Master Investor, we ensure that we give you the business principles that work in all economies. Creating wealth is not about predicting the market so much, but rather it's about being prepared for any type of market, because we understand that it goes up and down. And as an inside investor, we can cash flow positively in any market. And that's the key of building true wealth. And it's not so much about how much money we make, it's about how much money we get to keep. Okay, so very important. An asset, in simple terms, put money in our pocket whenever we're not working. Okay, and that's how we know whether something is an asset or not. So for example, a lot of people think that their house is their asset, but they don't understand that if they have to go to work to pay the mortgage for the house, then that house is not an asset, it's a liability. It's an asset for the bank's column, for the bank's portfolio, for the bank's financial statement, because the bank is receiving that mortgage payment every single month and they're not working to get that money. Okay, however, the individual that lives in the house and pays for the house every single month by working 7 days a week, that is a liability on their financial statement. Okay, and a lot of times that's what is wrong with many people that get caught up in the wrong definition of an asset and a liability. That's why this blog and this video blog is so important, that we understand and grasp our mind around the concepts of an asset and a liability. Okay, so what is an asset? The simple definition of an asset is something that puts money in our pocket. Many so-called experts on money and accountants have a different definition. Okay, here at Master Investor, we provide high quality financial education made simple so that we can elevate the financial well-being of all of our partners. That's our mission, to elevate the financial well-being of all of our partners, including the free partners. If you just landed on our channel today, welcome to the community. Please subscribe to the channel, leave us a question, give us a like so that more people can reach this amazing content, right? So if we look at a budget of a poor person, we know that that person has a lot of liabilities on their liability column. So a financial statement is composed of an income column, an expense column, a liability column, and an asset column. A poor person has a job that produces income into their income column, and that's how they receive money, right? They go to work, they exchange time for money. So there are three types of income in the money game. The first one is earned income. Okay, and that's the type of income that you exchange your time for money. The second type of income is portfolio income, which comes from commodities, paper assets, and that type of income is taxed at a higher bracket because it's capital gains, unless is is established as dividends, which means that you're getting cash flow for your stocks and so forth. But here at Master Investor, we solely focus on passive income, which is the third type of income, which comes from cash flow and assets. And we teach you how to be in control over your assets, being an active investor, become an inside investor. That is a master investor, someone that knows to tell the difference between an asset liability, how to use good debt to get out of bad debt. There are two types of debt, right? Good debt puts money in our pocket, just like an asset, and a bad debt takes money out of our pocket. So, for example, if we have a credit card and we go and invest it into something that produces income that pays that interest back every single month and leaves us with cash flow in our pocket, then that's good debt. Okay, and after 1971, debt became king because President Nixon separated the gold from the dollar. So there's nothing really back in the dollar. So people who are saving dollars and money under the mattress, then those people become losers. Savers become losers because money is losing value every single day. So we gotta keep it moving from asset to asset. Okay, so very important to understand the rules and the history of money, because the more we understand them, the better we can prepare for any type of market, and we can use the information and knowledge that we have available today, like this video, to leverage ourselves to financial freedom and create wealth, okay, for generations to come. And it's all about finding a need in the marketplace and filling it. So we encourage you to attach yourself into your passions and learn how to monetize them. Master Investor was created because I'm passionate about entrepreneurship and investing. So it's an investment management company. We invest in real estate and businesses and different things. But aside from that, we also decided to fill in the high demand in the sector of high quality financial education made simple, because this type of education is not taught in schools due to the fact that they were built for two types of people, employees and soldiers. There's nothing wrong with being an employee if you love to do what you do. We need employees. So here at Master Investor, we never knock on any type of person, okay? If you're an employee and you love to do your job and you're passionate about that, then by all means, stay working at your job, because that is what you truly love at your heart, okay? But there are many people out there that are looking for new ways. There maybe are entrepreneurs, but they are stuck at the rat race. They're stuck at a job that they don't like. So we're gonna help those people get out of that by providing you with financial education made simple, so that you can learn how to monetize your passions and increase your cash flow by acquiring and building passive income. The rule number one here at Master Investor is that we make money work hard for us. We do not work for money, okay? And the job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital. And the number one skill is to sell, okay? And we combine those together, we can raise any type of capital. In fact, when we build a business, or when we put an investment together or a deal together or an opportunity, we have to build it with the mind that is raising capital in the front end and also in the back end. The front end are the customers, and the back end are the investors or the banks that are looking at the opportunity. And people or investors will never invest in something that has no leverage or has no, it cannot be scale up. So you have to have something that can be scaled, right? And we can use leverage. We can inject capital into it, debt, and it can grow unlimited. Okay, that's the whole point of growing a successful business, something that doesn't have a roof, something that can continue to grow. Okay, and that we know that people around the world will need that and are looking for that type of solution. Okay, so an asset puts money into our pocket whenever we're not working. That's how we can run a test whether something is an asset or not. Okay, can we go to sleep and have that opportunity or that business that we put together? It might take some time to put it together, but that's okay. But we have to take ourselves out of the equation of the transaction. Okay, we gotta work on our business. no, in our business, right? And we talk about the cash flow quadrant all the time here at Master Investor, because it's essential that we understand the players of the money game, which in the left side of the quadrant we have the employees and the self-employees. They work for earned income. Okay, they exchange time for money. A doctor has to show up to their office to see their patients. The more patients they see, or the higher the prices are, the more income they will have. But they have to be there to earn that income. That's why it's called earned income. Unless the doctor become an entrepreneur and creates a medicine that solves a million people diseases, right, or disease, then that doctor, can shift to the right side of the quadrant, which you will find the business owners and the inside investors. Okay, a business owner is someone that knows how to control a system or systems that do the selling and telling for us. Okay, so and an inside investor is a master investor, someone that knows how to read a financial statement, someone that knows how to use good debt to get out of bad debt, someone that can tell the difference between an asset and a liability. That's why this video blog is essential, because it ultimately will create cash flow and will create more financial freedom for the one that understands the knowledge that is being provided here. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, if we have a house and we have to pay every single month for the house with our own earned income, if I have to go to work to pay the mortgage, and the house is a liability. Okay, so how can we turn that liability into an asset? Yes, we can turn it into an asset, for example, by maybe listing it into an Airbnb. And now let's say we have 3 rooms available. Now we live in 1 room and the other 3 are being rented out throughout the whole month. At the end of the month, we collect all that income and we go and pay the mortgage, and there's some left for us. That is positive cash flow. We didn't have to work for that income. We in fact used the income to pay for the cleaning lady, for everything that we needed, for the taxes and everything from the tenants that rented the house during the whole month. And that is an asset into our asset column. Okay, so anything that is in our liability column can become an asset. And remember that anything that is on a liability column listed as liabilities is somebody else's asset in their asset column. So for example, that's why a lot of people think their house is an asset when it's not, because it is the bank's asset. So the bank speaks to them as, hey, this is an asset, but it's not to them. It is an asset to the bank, unless we change the way the cash flow is flowing into our income column. If it comes from our assets column, then it's an asset by turning it into an Airbnb, for example, right? So what is a liability? The simple definition of a liability is something that takes money out of our pocket. Common liability things are like cars, vacation, things that really take money out of our pocket. Clothes, shoes, things that are not putting money into our pocket, okay? The interesting thing is that there are some things that people mistake as assets that are really liabilities. This is because they don't have high financial intelligence, and they take the face value. They take at face value the advice of so-called financial experts. So we have to be careful who we listen to, what we read. Today's age, the world is full with information flying to us every day. We have to be very selective to who we listen to and who we take advice. And here at Master Investor, our goal is that you become more financially intelligent by understanding understanding financial education made simple, so that you can increase your asset column with cash flow and assets that create passive income, right? So what the difference between an asset liability, right? When we look at a financial statement, we will understand that a middle class or the poor, right, have a job, like I explained earlier, produces income into the income column, and it flows into the liabilities, and it goes up to the expense and then out of them and never comes back. Very important to understand that. In the rich financial statement, the assets produce the income. Okay, so we don't have a job, number one. we work to build passive income, which is very key, okay, to building financial freedom. Otherwise, you're gonna be working for the rest of your life for money. And that is okay if you love to do what you do. We need great employees. We need people that love their job, because not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur or an inside investor, okay? However, if you're passionate about something in your life, as a different passion, something in the marketplace that you want to solve, then by all means, tap in the like button, subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, and I'm gonna also leave the link below of the blog so that you can have it. I'm also gonna leave the financial statement so that you can download one and fill it up with all the information so that you know exactly where you are financially today. Okay. Yeah. So remember that knowledge is money, and it does not take money to make money. It takes an idea backed up by confidence, with a business plan, and a great team of people. And remember to always acquire OQP, only quality people. Okay. Here at Massive Investor, we bring you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies, and it's all about growing our asset column with cash flow and assets that we have control over, meaning that we have established a company that owns an asset or that owns those assets. So head to our website if you need services, like if you need to get help with establishing your company or marketing or understanding other aspects of building wealth, right? We have different digital courses that we offer for those who are ready to start creating financial freedom and increasing the bottom line. And however, you can also take this information and run with it, because at the end of the day, it's simple like it is, and it's all made for that, so that you can create more passive income. Okay. I'm gonna leave the links below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Welcome again to Master Investors community. I created the company and I created this so that we can help you become more successful when it comes down to creating assets, passive income, and doing it the right way with the ultra wealthy mindset, right? So let us know below if you have any questions, and I'm going to be answering all the questions that come through, and take massive action, right? And we got to learn how to spend money without having money, because as an entrepreneur, as I said earlier, the number one job is to raise capital. So we got to place money whenever we don't even have the money, because our whole purpose is to raise capital, to use OPM, other people's money and other people's time. Okay, with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Hit the subscribe button and stay strong. Bye for now.